joining us, we have Tovino Thomas and Basil Joseph, who are here to talk about the first Malayalam superhero film, Minnal Murli. Hi guys, welcome.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Thank
So
you
it's
so much.
really lovely to have you all in this conversation because I have a lot of questions to ask you all after watching the film last night. So firstly, like I said, you all
First, can we ask this question? Did you like the movie?
I loved the movie.
Thank
There's
you.
no liking in it. I loved every part of it. Your character, your actions, the entire action, the VFX, like I was telling Basil. So everything is perfect, 10 on 10. So like last night, you all got a round of applause. So well
Thank you so
done,
much. Thank you.
really.
Thank you.
First, tell me, how does it feel? कल का जो claps सुन के आपको कैसा लगा?
It felt great. Like we felt proud coming from Malayalam industry, representing Malayalam industry, getting applause from here, and I'm thankful to everyone who applauded. Like first of all, I wanted to thank everyone who came for the premiere. Like they at least gave it a try,
Yeah.
and we are happy to know that they loved it.
Beach में there were whistles, there was hoot, there were a lot of things happening last
Yes, yes,
evening.
yes.
Yeah.
So Basil, as a director, how does that feel for you?
I felt really happy, and also yesterday was the only opportunity for us to see it with a crowd.
In big screen.
In a big screen. So
Right.
that response is possible only yesterday. So that was like one rare moment which we have been hoping for this for so long. So we are so happy that the people who have come for the premiere have liked the movie
Right.
and sharing so much of good responses and feedbacks and reviews across all the social media handles and everything. So it's like we have been in this project for so long. We have been investing so much of time and effort and patience bringing this out in the middle of pandemic, and also from the restrictions of the industry, the budget and all those things. So it's a group of technicians and artists came together for something they really wanted to. They really genuinely wanted to make something good.
Yeah.
So it's a it's a payoff moment yesterday.
And you did
we
a
had.
great job, I tell you. You did a really fantastic job.
Thank you so
But
much.
before this, were there any kind of pressure on you as an actor, as a director, both of you all? Was there any kind of pressure for you all?
Before the premiere or
Before the premiere and now as the days are coming closer for the release?
I felt really anxious yesterday before the premiere.
I didn't. I trusted him.
I can see that on the screen.
Yeah, because we can trust on our judgments. We liked the movie. We made the movie because we liked the movie.
Yeah.
But it's all up to the audience to react how our judgments are true or not.
Correct.
If we know everything beforehand, every movie will be a success. Nobody will make a movie
Absolutely.
if they know this is going to be bad. So only after the first yesterday was the first reaction we got from a general audience. Other than that, we have shown the movie to people close to us, other technicians or industry colleagues and everything. But yesterday was the moment people from different aspects came together
Yeah.
and to watch the movie. So that reaction, I was very anxious to see how far will the movie go, how our judgments.
Are you feeling relaxed now after seeing
Yeah,
yesterday's?
that was a confident booster. Whatever the reactions we got yesterday.
Right. So, talking about the pressure for you as an actor,
I
He
don't
was
have.
chill actually.
Yeah, I don't have much
Very chill.
pressure. Like
He was.
I
he
trust
was
my
the one-
director. I trust my team, and I believe if I'm in the right hands, I can do my best. And I think I were in the right hands.
absolutely. And you look really different, okay? You look different here, and when we see you on screen, you look completely different. Did you have to put on weight? What was the process
So
of?
Minnal Murli, the character had to look a bit chubby, so that he and dim-witted, because that's how we designed the character
Right.
in the beginning. But by the end, when he comes in the superhero costume, he had to look fit.
Correct.
So that was the whole idea. So we tried to shoot it in the chronological order so that we could achieve it. I didn't work out before Minnal Murli. When Minnal Murli started, I started working out.
Okay.
And I kept on working out, and it was a gradual transformation. But right now, I had to lose 10 kilos for the first schedule of my next movie, Tallumala, which literally means A Chain of Fights,
Oh.
directed by Khalid Rahman and written by Mohsin Parari. So for that movie, I had to lose 10 kilos, and yeah, and for my next movie, I'll put on.
Does it get taxing for you to put on, lose, and then again put on weight?
No, the journey, Minnal Murli's journey was a huge masterclass for me. I had to maintain my physique the same way throughout the lockdown.
And that is very difficult.
That was very difficult, but I learned more about it. I got a new trainer who is well aware of how the biochemical reactions in our body, how everything responds to our
Right.
body. So we had enough time to for trial and error process. And I am someone who believes more in health than body shape. So I never compromise on my health. So, and throughout the journey, I've been doing this. I've been trying to understand my body even better, and now I think my body is under my control. I'm not looking forward to have six-pack abs and all. That's not what Malayalis want, I think. So I want to be in a decent shape, and I want to maintain my physique in a neutral weight, so that I can put on 5 kilos or 10 kilos. I can lose 5 or 10 kilos.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah.
And like, your last film Kala also had a lot of actions.
Yes.
This film also has a lot of action, and the coming film that
During
you just-
Kala, I survived an injury, and I had to be in the ICU for 2 days and for 5
Oh my
days in the room, and that was another masterclass for me. In 2 days, I was staring at the ceiling. I didn't have anyone to talk with. Whoever came near me, they had PPE kits and all.
Oh, yeah.
For 2 days, I didn't have my phone. I didn't have any book. I had enough time to think, and soon after that, we shot one small schedule of Minnal Murli, and he asked me, "What happened to you? You have been performing in a very different way." Yes, all these experiences helps us to evolve. So
As actor, right? So when you got to know that he had undergone a surgery, he was in the ICU. Did you change the entire storyline and how to accommodate to his?
No.
No.
no, no, but the producers, they gave me enough time to recover,
Okay.
and I had one more schedule of Kala remaining, 15 days of fight.
Oh God.
So I took 1 month rest. I did Kane, which needed very less physical effort, and then I joined sets of Kala, and I finished Kala. 15 days
Wow.
continuous fight. Last day shoot was around one day morning 7:30 we started. We packed up. Next day morning 11:30.
Wow. So as director, what precautions did you take?
Yeah, during shoot he took so much precautions. He'll come to me and say, "You should take care of your body and all." I thought it's the concern he had as a friend, but it was not. He wanted me to be in proper.
Have to be in him.
Yeah,
in
I had to
proper-
be, for him, I had to be in proper shape till the movie finishes.
Right.
No, our action sequences really had some very
Intense.
very intense fight sequences. So
Yes.
he had to put in so much of effort for that. So also he had to do some stunts practically as well, because we depended mostly on practical effects than VFX. So there are some sequences. He is throwing rings at the
Oh, yeah.
gifts for during carnival. He is bursting balloons. Also, he is catching ceiling fan. All these things are real. No VFX or
nice.
nothing. He caught the fan just like that. I was like, oh, okay.
so
You can do
easy.
that. It's so easy. So all these things
No,
we have done.
that's when I realized it's very easy.
He
That
gets
was the first
excited.
time I tried something like that.
Oh my God.
He gets excited for this stuff. Sometimes he gets too excited, like he wants to jump from the ceiling. We'll be like, no man, come on, we have to finish the shoot.
No.
Why?
With the rope or with the bed. That's what I
He
meant.
recommends
Not
without rope. And then we'll be
without
like,
rope, but with the bed.
yeah, but even without rope, even with bed, there can be
Yeah.
possibility
See,
of
everything
injury.
we
no?
do, the end result decides. If I do something and if I fail or if I get injured, I'm a fool. If I succeed, I'm brave.
Yeah.
It doesn't depend on what you do.
But we don't want to take that
It
risk.
depends
Yeah.
on what the end result is.
But of course, he's very he's very right. I will be at his side with this at least, because you are the main person who's running the movie, and
Yeah.
if something happens to you,
I'm very scared of doing all these things, but I'm training myself to overcome that
He
fear.
he have this history of injuring himself during the shoot. He got burnt during the shoot for another movie. He was
Oh my God.
saving kids during a fire. No, people from in the middle of fire or something, and he burnt his body.
I think there's an ambulance always on sets because you try all the stunts.
like,
Very
see,
adventurous.
as I told earlier, everything depends on the end result. But now I realize I should be even more careful, because a lot of people are depending on me.
Yes.
A lot of movies, a lot of producers, they are spending money on me, and a lot of people, including my staff, their families, they all are depending on me. So I'm being careful.
So being
And your family also.
Yes.
he didn't include that. He's included
No,
everyone
they are
else.
someone who supports me. They never restricts me, but I have that in my mind. Like when I survived this injury during Kala, my son was just 6 months old. While I was at bed, I was completing my bed rest at home. I was not even allowed to hold him.
Lift him up.
So that was a bit painful. I know that, but cinema makes us do a lot of things.
Yeah.
The love we have for the cinema, like I think maybe this attitude of mine helped me grow as an actor, as a human being. I started off as a small-time actor. I did all kind of characters to get my first break. Yeah, and I'm sure I've been constantly improving in my craft, and yes, I've had growth in my career.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
We have seen the growth.
Maybe
We have
something I'm doing right.
Right. But don't you get scoldings at home from
Yes,
your
I do.
wife?
Yes,
Especially.
Yes, I do. But they're being very supportive.
All right. Okay. Basil, as a director, since it's a superhero film, we have a lot of expectations. We as Indians, with any superhero films, we have a lot of expectations, especially even if it is a Hollywood film. Were you kind of nervous, or there was a little kind of pressure when people will start comparing it with other superhero films as well? Though it's her first Malayalam superhero film, but still there will be a comparison somewhere or the else.
Yeah, we had that pressure from the very beginning. Like we knew even if it's made in Malayalam language, because it's a superhero movie, it can reach so many people across the globe. It's not limited to a regional language, because the genre is universal.
Yeah.
It's the most popular genre in the world. So obviously, if it works, if it hits the right chords, it can go beyond borders. So we wanted to make it look as authentic as possible, but we had this restriction because that's the most experimented genre in the world, because the best technicians from across the world are hired by the franchises.
Yes.
So thought processes are going on all the time in this genre. Every 3 months, Marvel or DC are releasing a new superhero movie as a web series or a movie.
Yes.
So they have experimented enough. So we have limited options. Somewhere or the other, the comparison will come, for sure.
Right.
Even though we wanted to make it look authentic, because we depended on lightning as the source of superpower, because that's the most universal power.
Yeah.
It can happen anywhere in the world. It can happen in this local village as well as in US. Everywhere it's possible. So we depended on that, but still there are other superhero movies with lightning as a source, like Flash or Shazam.
I think Thor also, right?
Thor have the elements.
lightning,
Yeah.
God of
Also
Thunder.
Gundala. So many movies have the super lightning as the source. So that's something we are restricted, but we cannot stop ourselves from doing that. So we have to make the movie work in another different perspectives. Like
That's like there is love in all love stories.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like a common thing. The template will be there for sure. Something, a man falls in love with a girl and they either meet or they will break up. That's a love story, romantic genre is all about. So superhero genre have the template. We tried our level best to make sure it look authentic to the setting and region, but the emotions and the genre have
Yeah.
to be more universal and connecting to the audience wherever they are watching it.
But I like that. Sorry,
And also from an audience point of view, they are spending the same amount of money to watch a Hollywood movie
Yeah.
and a Malayalam movie. So we cannot expect any concession. We had to work hard. We had a lot of constraints. That's when we realized we should be concentrating more on our strong points. Our strong point is not the budget, it's the hard work.
Hard work. Right. But I really like one part where you're comparing the superheroes in Hollywood also in the film when that's a very nice way of telling us, okay, we also can produce very good superheroes and we can be proud of them as well at the same time. So kudos for that as well.
Thank you.
From your end. Tovino, for you, when you wore that costume, how did you feel first? And for both of you, this question: if one superpower you would like to possess, what would that be?
Okay, when I wore it for the first time during the trials, I felt great. Like, I always wanted to be a superhero, and it felt great. But when I wore it for the fight sequences, I had to wear that for 10 hours, 12 hours. If I had to go to the loo, I had to remove the whole thing. So I had to.
And he couldn't do it in the middle of the set. He had to
Yeah, I
travel
had to
1
run to the caravan, which is half kilometer away,
Oh my God!
with a full bladder.
So we were continuously shooting also. So he rarely got time for
Oh God!
going to the caravan and everything. So it was not so fancy as you think inside that costume during the process of shoot. We are not depending on VFX or anything in
Yeah.
the costume or anything. We are doing it for real. And so much of wear and tear happens
Yeah.
in the costume as well. So it's not so fancy as you think. But yeah.
But about the superpower which I would like to have is, earlier it was flying. I wanted to fly. Even now I want to fly. But
Even in the
now
movie, you
I-
wanted to fly.
yes. But now I think I should like desire for super speed and super strength, super flexibility, and what all possible superpowers Minnal Murli can have. Because what if Basil is planning a Minnal Murli too? The
Aren't
process
you?
will be easier
One
for me
second.
if I.
Aren't you planning a second?
We'll
Part two?
on 24th we'll
Depending
decide.
on the responses
Like
and feedback from
response,
the
how-
audience.
Please, you
people-
already got one response yesterday. Don't make us wait for another. Till the time you get the other responses.
We have the
No,
story.
hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, people will love it. We would love to do that for sure, because we have ended in that note. So there is
It can
possibility.
turn out to be a very great franchise like any other superhero film. So please think. And I just heard him telling we have a story. Is that part?
No, not the story. One interesting idea he
Ideas.
told during the shoot.
All right. One superpower that you would like to possess?
I would love to fly. I would love to see the world from the top
Yeah, from a different perspective.
and fly beyond borders without passport or visa.
Yeah.
In the
Wherever I wish
borders,
to go.
military will shoot you down.
Security agencies.
Okay, flying with bulletproof.
Nah,
Yeah.
with Batman's gadgets.
Batman's. But how did you come up with the idea of the costume?
Costume was the biggest challenge we had from the very beginning. Like our costume design, we had our concept artist Pavi Shankar, who have also drawn the storyboards and have done the posters for the movie, also designed the logo and the title, everything. So we have been working together from the very beginning to crack an idea of a costume for so long, like how to make him look very native in the costume. So we ended up having this lungi thing, the lungi mask, lungi costume and all. But for the finale, we wanted something original. But every time we think we ended up into something, every time we experimented on something, it ended up into maybe it might look something funny. We cannot take risk on the costume in the finale. It's a very big setting big scale in the setting and very dramatic moment. You cannot just we cannot fail in terms of costume.
Right.
So eventually we decided to go ahead with this very classic superhero suit of what we see in the trailer and in the movie, in the finale of the movie, where he comes in this
You
costume.
get to see every very chiseled body of his in that costume. I must tell you that. No wonder you have been, eyed by all the fans, female fan following. You have a great female fan followings.
Okay. Glad to know that.
I'm sure you're aware because you have been getting all those fans.
We have.
Yeah, see? Yeah. He's being very modest about it. Like, nahi baba, nahi hai, koi nahi. Yes, Tovino?
I don't know, like I haven't got any fan encounters. I don't know. For me to know if I have fan following, someone should tell me.
I have heard people talking about
Yeah, but he never told me.
So we are telling you now. So now you are.
Yeah,
Okay, now I'm
you
glad.
know you have female fan following.
Don't you see I'm blushing?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so before I leave you all, one final question. So, you have a great lineup of films. How many? 12 films? If I'm not wrong, कैसे कर लिए तो मुझे ये बता दो
Slightly more
पहले.
than that.
Slightly more than that. Oh my God, guys, listen to this. How do you manage?
The house is a very small industry, and I'm very greedy when it comes to doing great movies, working with great people. So my next release would be Naradan, which is directed by Ashik Abu. I worked even before with him, and when he narrated the script, I was very excited and I wanted to squeeze in dates, and we did that movie, and it has come out well. And I'm doing Tallumala with Khalid Rahman,
Wow.
and Mohsin Parari wrote it. It's another exciting project. I'm doing it, and right now I'm shooting for Vashi. It's a courtroom drama with Kirti Suresh, directed by Vishnu Raghav. So it's again, I was in a very exciting script.
But in 1 year, how do you manage?
No, I have my examples. I have my seniors. Can you believe in 1986, Mohanlal sir did 36 movies.
I didn't know that. I was not aware of it. Wow.
Like 6 or 7 is the maximum that I could do.
Wow. Great. What about you? What do you have next?
For direction, I haven't
Don't you know he's also an actor? He's a busy actor in Kerala.
Yes.
Yes.
I act. in
Recently, he along with the team, they gave a huge successful movie, Janeman.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
So I have a few acting commitments from January. I didn't plan the directorial yet. I'm waiting for Minnal Murli to release to plan.
Just a week more
He's
now.
also an award-winning actor. A couple of months back, while we were doing a movie in Bangalore, okay, that's another exciting project. It's untitled. We acted together. During the shoot,
nice.
he went to Hyderabad, received one award, and came back, Saima Awards.
You were also there for Saima Awards because I was there. I was present at Saima Awards.
This year, no, I was not there.
This year?
This year, I was not
This
there.
year I was there.
I was there for Saima Awards.
Okay.
Yeah, I
he was there.
traveled there.
It happened in 2 days.
Wow, congratulations.
Oh, thank
Abhi to you need to party hard once 24th, the release is there, Christmas bhi hai. So you actually can plan a big grand party for all of us, and we would love to be part of it and know
Sure.
more about it.
Sure.
Thank you so much for doing this. It was lovely
you.
conversation, and I'm wishing you all the very best for
Thank you so
everything
much.
that you are doing in future.
Thank you so much.
you.
Thank you.